to a very, very special edition of Football United. We have so much news for you. First up, the good news. Bengaluru FC have made it to the AFC Cup group stages. Bengaluru FC beat Eagles FC 1-0 thanks to a Jayesh Rani strike in the first half. That means Bengaluru and ATK Mohun Bagan are both in the group stages along with Vasundhara Kings and Mazia. The matches start on the 18th and you can watch all of them on Star Sports. Now we have a packed show for you. Let me first tell you what's coming up. Sandesh, Jhingan all set to make the big move abroad. Paul Macefield joins us on Football United to analyse what this means for Indian football and Sandesh. All the big transfer rumours and updates from the Hero ISL. Mumbai City FC's new signing Apuia joins us on Football United to tell us why he chose Mumbai. And we decode the friendship between Harmanjot Khabra and Rahul KP. And guess who do we have now on Football United? The one, the only, the man from Singapore, Paul Macefield. Paul, welcome to Football United.
Thank you.
Paul, the big news obviously in Indian football right now is Sandesh Jhingan's move to Croatia. It's a top side. How important is it for Sandesh and how will it help him as a player?
Massive, absolutely massive. When you start playing with better players, you get better yourself. That's the first thing. And I think we've got to be careful how we say what we're going to say next, because Europe has that tradition, it has the history, and they do have stronger leagues than Asia. I mean, that's a fact. Yeah. So if you're going over there and you're playing in top flight divisions in any country, then you are going to be improving no end because of the coaching, because of the systems, because of everything. It's been there for a lot longer and a lot more refined than Asia. Let's just say that.
And Mace, I've heard you have done some digging about this club, Sibenic. Tell us more about this club.
I've got a very, very good friend over here called Mirko Grabovac, who is actually the player of the decade in Singapore. He's a lovely lad and he coaches over here now. He's told me that they've got Colombian investors and they're looking to try and put money into the club. They were in the second division just a couple of seasons ago. So I think by them getting into that top division, it shows their intent. It shows that they want to put the money in and they want to build a younger team, because they've just sold Bulat to Dynamo Zagreb for about €2.5 million, I think it was. So they are a selling club at the moment. That's the thing. But they're trying to build for the future to sustain themselves. They're near the bottom at the moment. So Sandesh is going to have probably a lot of practice because teams will be going at them.
Absolutely. And being in Croatia, Igor Stimac can also keep a close eye on him. I've
heard he's staying with him. No, I'm joking.
But amazing, you touched upon it. Every Indian player who's gone abroad, be it Sunil, be it Gurpreet, they've come back better players. How important is it to go abroad and challenge yourself?
It's the utmost important, but again, money talks, Mojo, and there's a certain amount of time when you play the game that you need to earn some money to have that comfort behind you, because you've got to support your family, you've got to support your kids, you've got to support the immediate family around you as well. So sometimes you have to make hard decisions and you can't force and push yourself to go and do that. When the time's right, as an individual, you will go and learn, because it really does push your limits. You're living on your own. You're living in a foreign country. You're living, with no friends. Okay, when you walk through the doors of a football club, you've got immediate friends, but you have to learn very quickly to pick up some of the lingo, pick up the language, learn the tradition, learn the cultures. That's what I did when I came to Asia. The first thing I did was try and understand and try and learn the language.
Absolutely, Mace. Mace, keeping with Sandesh gone, ATK Mohun Bagan now have a problem in central defence, because obviously it's also a chance for the likes of Sumit Rathi to raise their game. Now ATK Mohun Bagan start their AFC Cup campaign. If you were to pick their ideal starting 11, who would you go with?
There's one or two players that probably wouldn't be there, the likes of Pranay, Susai, again, those sort of players, because I think that they can give something, a bit of balance to the side. But I think with Sandesh gone, I think that no matter what, because of the spine of the team, he'll have to play. And we do know that Habas does like to play with a foreign player. So obviously they've signed Amrinder, so that was no real shock, no real surprise. Obviously he'll go and goal for me. They brought Ashtosh in, so it'll give them pace down the right-hand side. And it'll give him a bit of steel as well, to be able to foot in, and he's not afraid to put himself into a challenge. Going with Pritam. Pritam, I thought, was Mr. Steady last season. Then I put McHugh in alongside Pritam, because I do think that foreign player will be pivotal in just being able to keep everything tight at the back and the communication and the understanding there. Obviously, Subasic then at left back. I may have put Susai in, but obviously he's not in the squad. So Subasic for me gets the nod straight away. There's no question he'll be able to bomb up and down that left-hand flank and be able to deliver balls, but get back and defend as well. Lenny and Deepak in the middle. I think Lenny picks himself because he's got the experience. Deepak coming in will need to steady the ship a little bit. I think that he'll just keep everything tight and tidy. I don't think that he'll be too flash, particularly at the start of a season and particularly at the start of this campaign. Purely and simply, they'll just want to keep it tight there, and that's why McHugh will drop into that back line. Moving a bit further forwards, this is where they get dangerous. This is where they get very, very dangerous. And I have to say, with the unbelievable season that Manvia had last year, it doesn't make my team. It really doesn't. Williams does. I've put Williams on the right because I think that you've got your +1 there. So it's imperative that you play with that Asian player. Anyone who doesn't play with that Asian player, I think he's missing a trick. I really do. So I think Williams will play. You're not going to spend an absolute fortune like ATK Mohun Bagan have done on Burma and not playing. So he's definitely in. And out wide on the left, I think I'd play Liston. I really would, because it could be a surprise package, particularly to the Maldives sides or the sides that they're going to be playing when he comes on, because he's absolutely electric. That one could be Manvir. There might be a switch in and around there. But you've asked me what I'd go with. I would start with Liston. Then up top, it's Mr. Reliable, isn't it? You can't look past Krishna, who's going to at least get you the goal. So I'll try to go with something that's balanced, something that's experienced. There's a little bit of youth in there. There's pace. I think if he goes with that sort of team, I think that they could do very, very well in this competition.
Absolutely. That looks like a solid team, Mace. Mace, and talking of transfers, lots happening in Indian football there. FC Goa have signed Airam Cabrera to replace Igor Angulo. And the big one, the one we had waited for months, finally happened. Apuia to Mumbai City FC. How do you look at that?
Well, Cabrera, there's going to be no problems because he's got the same birthday as me. The years might be different. I'll give him that. He's a lot younger than
Not much, not by much. You're young, mate.
No, but I mean, he's had experience playing in Tenerife, Villarreal, but they're B-sides, and again, that's not a bad standard and a bad level. The likes of Cadiz as well. So you know what Goa wants. Can he provide? It'll be interesting because if you look at his numbers and you study his numbers, can he make sure that he bangs the goals in like a Coro? But for me, the big news, I mean, I think that this was bigger news than Bumu signing for ATK Mohun Bagan. I really, really do. It was Apuia deciding to make that move over to Mumbai. He had a choice. ATK Mohun Bagan wanted to sign him as well, but he decided to go over to Mumbai City. You can't wax lyrical enough about this young man. He came on last year, the emerging player, absolutely top draw. Everything he's got, he gives you on the pitch. He plays with heart, he plays with passion, but more importantly for me, he plays with poise.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mace, for your time. Thank you for joining Football United. That was Paul Macefield. Moving on, let's get you actually all the transfer updates from the Hero ISL. Watch this.
A number of signings and retentions once again in the Hero Indian Super League. First up, the big one. The one that everyone had been waiting for. After months of speculation about his future, Apuia has finally joined Mumbai City FC. The 20-year-old moves to the reigning Hero ISL champions from Northeast United. One of the most highly rated young players, Apuia has had a breakthrough last couple of seasons. Apuia was named the Hero ISL Emerging Player last season and even went on to make his senior India team debut. Apuia also became the youngest captain in the Hero ISL last season. A member of the 2017 Under-17 World Cup squad, the 20-year-old has made 153 tackles, 70 interceptions and 38 blocks in the Hero ISL. Mumbai's western rivals FC Goa have also made a big signing. Experienced Spanish striker Airam Cabrera has been signed to replace Igor Angulo, who has moved to Mumbai. Cabrera has played in numerous clubs in Spain and last played for Polish side Wisła Płock. Chennai FC have also been active in the transfer market. Two new faces joined the two-time champions. Promising young defender Davinder Singh has joined Chennai in. The club has also signed Polish international Ariel Borysiuk. The 30-year-old defensive midfielder has played in the Polish top division the German Bundesliga with Kaiserslautern, and played in England for QPR. The experienced midfielder has been capped 12 times by Poland. Odisha FC's Spanish revolution continues as they've roped in experienced Spanish defender Hector Rodas. The 33-year-old has played in La Liga for Levante and is sure to bolster the Odisha defence. Talking of solid defenders, Jamshedpur FC have retained Peter Hartley. Last season, Hartley scored 2 goals, had 52 tackles and 72 clearances.
Well, May spoke of Apuia playing with passion, composure, poise. Let's find out if he has all those 3 qualities when he joined us on Football United for this very, very special chat.
Hello, Mumbai City fans. I'm really happy that I joined the club. I hope we will meet soon and I will give my best to defend the trophy and to make you happy.
And on Football United, now we have the most in-demand person in Indian football right now, Apuia, who's finally made a decision and joined Mumbai City FC. Apuia, you've heard there have been multiple offers from various clubs, but finally you decided to join Mumbai. Tell us why.
That is not a big question for me to join the reigning champion. And of course, they are going to play AFC Champions League and the network of CFG, which have a lot of clubs in foreign. And I think there is a way for me to have possibilities to play abroad through the CFG. And it's not a very difficult options.
You mentioned the Champions League, the AFC Champions League. That must be a big motivation, right? To go there and show it to the best in Asia.
Yeah, of course. As a player, we want to play as high as possible. And AFC Champions League is the highest in Asia. And for me to perform well in the AFC Champions League and to participate in that tournament is already a big achievement. And if I can caught the eye of some big clubs from Asia, and that would be very great achievement.
Moving to a big club like this has its challenges in the sense because there are already certain established players. Like in the midfield, you have a Rahul, you have Ahmed Jahu, you have a Rainier and others also there. How do you look at that challenge that you have to compete for your starting place?
Nothing is easy. Even in Northeast, I didn't get a chance to play in the first season. Everywhere we need to fight for our place. And for me, going to a big club like Mumbai City is a challenge, but also at the same time, that is what I have to do to prove myself that I'm a player who is the best in the country. So I want to prove myself and I want to take that challenge.
Apuia, if you look back at the last 12 months or so, what a dream 12 months it's been, right? You've become the ISL emerging player, youngest captain in Hero ISL history, scored your first goal, national team debut. I can go on, and now this move to Mumbai. How do you look back at these last 12 months?
First of all, I want to thank God and my family for supporting me, and also the club Northeast United for having faith in me, and the fans for loving me. And it's a very great season for me, and I want to improve. And I think I can still improve, and I think there is a lot more. But at the same time, I'm very happy what I have done in these 12 months.
Also, you made your debut for the national team. How was that experience, and how excited are you to be back in the national team again for this camp that's coming up?
Playing for the country, it's always great things for everyone as a player, and I'm really happy that we are back. Even though COVID is there, the federation is giving their best, and the coach, I want to thank him for believing me and having faith in me and calling me for the national team again. And I'm very happy and excited to be the part of national team again.
Now, coming back to Mumbai, this big transfer, does that put pressure on you? Because for the last 2 months, everybody was talking about where is Apuia joining, where is he going. Now that it's happened, does that put pressure that, wow, everybody's still, okay, look at this transfer?
For me, there is not much pressure because this is a part of football. I need to handle this, and of course, everyone is hyping and excited, and some are angry. But this is a part of transfer and part of football. I need to bear with this, and what I need to do is training hard and maintaining diets and all.
Now up next, an unlikely friendships brewing in Kerala Blasters between Harmanjot Khabra and Rahul KP. We speak to the two of them to decode this friendship.
Khabra bhai, I'll come to you first. What made you join Kerala Blasters? No diplomatic answers, you know that.
Thank you so much. I'm always real and straightforward, Anand. Thank you so much, brother. And the first time when I spoke to the management about their project, it was very much aligned to my goals in the future. So as everybody knows me, like I always look for new challenges, and it seemed like was a great opportunity for me to join them.
Rahul, Khabra bhai is known to be this extremely tough senior who keeps the juniors under check. His training started. How has your interaction been with him? Has he been strict?
I love what he's being to me right now. To be honest, I have to really appreciate him for what he's being now for me, because and when I got to know that he's joining, for sure I'm like, the right guy in the team, because he have more experience now, and I'm a person I want to learn. My ears are always open from seniors who have played in football a lot. So for me now, I'm still a junior, so I need to learn a lot.
Rahul, has Khabra bhai become the dressing room DJ? A lot of Sidhu Moosewala playing?
He start from the hotel throughout the bus until we reach the dressing room. He makes sure boom, boom, boom everywhere. He have that big speaker, and the first day, I think I was just going through the feeds of Blasters, and he was traveling. In his photo, I could see the big speaker he's carrying. Like that's the first showcasing thing. Like I'm like, oh, I'm done on the bus. I need big headphones. But I enjoy it. Like he doesn't have that I don't know, superficial attitude where he played great level, so I doesn't speak to young people. But he always, the first thing he told me, like when he arrived, he spoke to me like, hey, I expect a lot from you, so you make sure you give me what I expect. So I'm like, man, I gotta put myself in that place where I play good. He says every training session you gotta do good, and when I don't go to, he come to me, what are you doing? Why you're not running? He said things straight, bro. That is something that I like.
Khabra bhai, are you going after the coach's job? Because this sounds like a lot of mentoring before even a ball is kicked in this season. But speaking of the new coach, Ivan's obviously joined Kerala Blasters. How has he been for you? And has he been a hard taskmaster like you are?
For me, we had just had 4-5 sessions. I think the coach is very vocal, and he's very positive about his ideas, his plans to put in the players, and the way he has been as a player. I think it really helps the players because he knows the dimension of the pitch on the pitch, like what the player exactly needs to support or get the positive from the players, what they can achieve. So that is very helpful for the players.
Yeah, very amazing. He's straight and he's super good. He have already planned his mind, how to work with players and his trainings and everything. He already set, and he came with a good bunch of staffs where they all working together, and I can really see that. It's really amazing. And the training's been going good. That's what I'm focused on.
Speaking of going forward now, Khabra bhai, you are obviously the big senior player in this team. Does that just increase the responsibility for you?
I think as a player, it's not about I just wanted to be as a competitor to the next mate of me, and not to be to act as a seniors. Like there's no senior or junior. Like if you are on the field, I just want to be a supportive to. They always I'm always there for them to get listen, and they can come anytime to me and have a talk. I think that can best possible thing I can do from myself.
All the fans who are watching were expecting so much from Harmanjot Singh Khabra. Your message to the Kerala Blasters faithful.
Wait, Anand, I'll do something. Rahul, why don't you teach Khabra bhai one line in Malayalam that he should say to the fans?
Yes. The first day he arrived, you know what he said? I am Khabra. That's what he said. So everybody knows him. That's it. That's the word he needs to know. So for I am, Jhingan.
No, I must say, Jhingan Khabra.
Yeah, Jhingan Khabra. I'm Khabra.
Jhingan Khabra. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Khabra.
I'm Khabra. So trust us. We are as a team. We are surely gonna do so. All the supporters. We are not here going to make the things like big talk here. It's all about like how we are gonna do as a team. Just trust and keep the belief in us. It'll take some time to make the things. I hopefully that the way the players, the youngsters, even the staff management, they have given the plans to the players. I think surely we are going to achieve something, and just trust in us and keep that. Please keep us supporting always.
100%, we are positive, and like Khabra Paji said, we don't want to make big talks. Just keep it low key and focus on the training session. We don't leave anything on the table. Just do us, and hard training, listening to the coach and adapting. Getting using his plans.
Unfortunately, we have run out of time in this episode of Football United.